now Nethra and I have somehow magically our paths have crossed. And we realized how much overlap there is in terms of where Nethra comes from, where it's a very interpersonal, very familiar interaction. In my world, where it feels a little bit more clinical, but then through the way we've mixed our both practice and we've seen where things have combined and where there are overlaps on how do you actually create the skills where people can now teach from, learn from, to actually now approach any sorts of situations and create those sorts of moments of connection with other people, either with, or maybe sometimes it's just within themselves, or maybe it's sometimes in a group, in a community, just between you and a friend, in order to create something new between the two of you.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that's what we will be learning during the course.
Absolutely.
Yes, very much so. And the thing that we do in the course is actually not just teach people skills, because Yuri comes from a very practice-based, hands-on world of design. And in my experience of learning in VC, also it's one thing to understand the theory or the concepts, and it's another thing to actually be in front of an angry person, and then, or a person who's angry in the moment, right? And then like know how to navigate that situation, or deal with your own anger, which is sometimes the thing that gets in the way of connection. So it's very experiential, it's very practice-based. And what we try to do is provide people with a very low stakes context where they can practice whatever situations they have outside of the actual context that they're struggling with. So it's a kind of time out of time, a space away from conflict, where you can dive deeper into what's going on for you.
Okay, makes sense.
So just to add on a little bit, for us, I think, it's very easy for us to say words like, oh, connection, all of these exercises, and then have it almost either fall on deaf ears or sort of wave our hands and say, this is the magic wand you need. That's something that we definitely avoid doing. And one thing that's very important for us is to actually see what is alive in the people who are joining us in the course and what's alive for them in the moment, and then work with what's actually happening. So for us, a lot of the way we actually structure class is if we are, for instance, we want to talk about connection. In the class, we want to create that sense of connection for everyone so that you feel it and you understand it like in your bones as to what it actually is. And only after that then we talk about, well, let's actually analyze it. What's actually happening? What's going on? And we've seen time and time again that this actually empowers people to try some of the things that we maybe cover in class, maybe some of the skills, try it in, either with friends, family. We don't push anyone past any that they don't want to do anything that's too uncomfortable. But then we build time in class so that when people come back and they say, hey, you know what, I tried this thing, here's what happened. And we break it down and and not that we troubleshoot, but we actually analyze what's actually going on, and making sure that when we say words like connection, you know what it feels like in class, you know what it feels like in your life, and what we've actually spent time analyzing and working with what's alive for each person. And that's almost like the foundation for the course.